hands down. No one can't question that. Don't responsible about all you American rappers. All you American rappers, you need to pay homage to the man my yarn, and you owe them to money. A shitload of money. Billions. Why do I do it?
Why do you MC, Vibes?
Why do I do it? Well,
and what is, wait, first of all, what is MC? What is an MC?
What is it abbreviate? People should, when people are going to do the MCing thing, they should always find out what the abbreviation, what MC actually means, and the definition of its full context of its word. Because when I see people going out there calling themselves MCs and all this and that, they haven't got the foggiest exactly what it entails. You're so busy on your Instagrams and all of that, but you won't even go and research what MC is, especially those who are picking up the mic, especially you Gen Zs. Everybody wants to be a pop star, right? MC, the definition and the abbreviation for MC stands for Master of Ceremonies. Master of Ceremony. And a Master of Ceremony means like a conductor who conducts an orchestra. You got the lead conductor, and he conducts, and he gives each division. It could be the trombones, it could be the harps, it could be the flutes, it could be the violins, it could be the cello, it could be the big drum, and he orchestrates that, which is for myself in particular, is something that, which is the audience. The audience is the orchestra. So once I'm there with the microphone is like the conductor's stick. So that microphone for me is the conductor. So I am conducting affairs with the orchestra, which means the audience. So therefore, I'm the person, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the most powerful person in this place, because I'm the conductor. I'm leading the audience or the orchestra in the way we play this game out. Because if they lose, I lose. When they win, I win. Okay, so it's a case of conducting oneself and conducting an audience and having vernacular. If you are someone who reads, if you read if you read a lot and you read the right things, one can make a fantastic MC, because, as I say, it's being a master of ceremony, which entails conducting an audience. Now, a number of things can go down when you are conducting an audience as such in an orchestra. Things can sometimes slip, but you have to be able to read into situations, especially if you are especially if you are skilled in your craft and you take your craft very seriously, which I do. So I will sense stuff. If I've sensed a sense of any hostilities in the air, or if I sense a sense of volatility or threats, if I see something untowards, especially if it's in a large audience, and I pick up on it, it's therefore that master of ceremony, the MC, to take the lead and address that particular situation at that given time, in that time and space, right there, right now. You cannot allow that to fester or boil up into anything, into an energy that can't be controlled. So therefore, in saying what I do in terms of the things that I've done throughout the many years of doing my thing, I've always made sure there is boundaries, especially when I'm on the stage. There are terms and there are conditions on my watch. Any violation on that watch, on my watch, it's going to get dealt with there and then. And it's not going to be dealt in a threatening manner or hostile manner or volatile manner. It will be addressed by way of, with calm. It has to be addressed with calmness, and not everybody has those things in their DNA makeup. This is why not everybody should be on the stage. Because back in the day, to go on the stage, back in the day, another Gen X days, you're crazy. You get two of them in your face, right on the stage. Hey boy, come off the stage. Can't talk about your MC. Come off the stage. You're getting that. That was what we had to put up with. You know what I'm saying? And you had to have mad, crazy skills to be on the microphone. You had to be skilled, or you can never think about touching that microphone. Now everybody thinks it's Toys R Us now. Pull out their Toys R Us microphones and their karaoke. Everybody's a singer. Everyone's a pop star. Everyone feel like them can sing and MC and rap and all the rest of it. Because always karaoke stuff. You know what I'm saying? People have fun doing it, and that's great. But conducting in front of a large audience and being able to, I want you to, it's not a question of controlling. No one wants to be controlled. It's not a question of being controlled. It's a question of knowing how, reading your audience. You think just coming up there emptying and spitting bars, that's it? Yes, of course that's part of it. But at the same time, you have to have your cognitive memory has to always be in gear, because for any situation can arise. For every situation can arise. Don't get me wrong, I'm not exempt. Believe me, I've been lashed up on stage sometimes, but I've never been to the point where I have the full sense of myself, or the full sense of my consciousness. That way there. I'm nice, I'm not lean. It is a distinction. I'm nice, but I still have my full faculties about me and my cognitive memory with me. I won't allow that. I won't allow that, especially being in the professional capacity. It's not a good look. I could tell you a story. One time I thought I was not doing that again. That was at Jungle Fever in Milton Keynes. That was way back. I got slammed hard. Beer antidote. I must have boxed up a case. Yo, I was wired. It was embarrassing to say the least. And here's the thing: it's out there on video. You could probably find it. It's always out there. It's out there. It was covered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That was honestly, viewers. That was a fucked up move. But as I said, I was worse for wear. And let me just say to OMC, don't ever do the drinking thing, and you're going to be going on the microphone, get yourself sloshed. You know what I mean? Don't do that. No, not at all. If you want to get yourself nice and, like, bit Dutch courage, that's cool. But as an entertainer, you can't afford to make yourself. Because image is the first contact, so I definitely take a. So, how would I say it? I take pride in that, definitely. So none of the drinking, and it's like drinking and driving. If you're drinking, no driving. If you're driving, no drinking. So it's the same way I'll do it on the microphone. If I'm going to be on the mic, the hit no drinking. When I'm finished, maybe, I'm not a drinker as such. I'm on weed. I smoke weed, so I'm not a drinker. So that's not an issue for me.
Why did you?
For me, all right, for me.
Why are you not a DJ? Why are you not?
I ain't got no skills as a DJ for a start. And it's a complex bit of shit. It's very complex. I think the DJing thing is very, very complex. You know what I'm saying? And like your brain's definitely got to be like a computer in order to do that. But for myself in particular, growing up to listening to, reggae man then from back in the day, you know what I mean? And sound system was a major influence to me in terms of MCing. To sounds like Kilimanjaro, we listened to like Josie Wells, Charlie Chaplin, you know what I'm saying? And all those guys back of the day, U-Roy, I-Roy, and all those guys, Big Utes, all those guys was an influence for this kind of thing. So when it comes to the shores of the UK, your sound systems, Shaka, big up Just Shaka, R-I-E-P, legendary Just Shaka, worldwide, international Just Shaka. So there's some of the great sounds, Unity, Saxon, great to my beloved brother, them Webley, Eye Power, and them man there. So those influences of the sound systems, Patu Banton, and all them other sound systems around the country. But in particular, the one sound system that really made me really think about, wow, but them guys are crazy, mud up them man. I have to say, big up the Ragga Twins them, you know, because you know, them man their article, you know, I mean, for their in a professional capacity, I say this, as I say this in a professional capacity, okay? So just to so we're clear on that. And yeah, the Ragga Twins them, and for myself in particular, I have to give it to Saxon Studio Sound. It was Saxon Studio Sound that really want to catapult into that. Wow. See what I'm saying? Because those guys are skills, man. You know, like all type man like Musclehead, big up man like Trevor Sachs, big up man like Philip Levi, yeah, Colonel, Junior San, Sandy, you know, Smiley Culture, Asha Senator, yeah, Tipper Irie, yeah man, big up the whole honor, man, because as I said, you are the guys that shaped and formulated from what I saw from you guys. You know what I'm saying? How you inspired me and invigorated me to go on to do Acid House and then transition into Jungle, because Acid Jungle, all the same thing into D&B where we are today. So it was those guys, you know, Saxon Studio. And get it to the young out there as well. If you, in terms of skill set unit, this is why, such as ourselves and those who are around today in jungle drum and bass, because we started from a different genre of music, and where jungle was reggae and acid that was fused to make jungle. And one of the major persons responsible for that was a man named Paul Ibiza. You know what I'm saying? Them man there. So when that came about, now the MC thing, you know, big up man like Hardcore General, Chalky White, Bajika, Bassman, Man Parish, guy like to man like Mad P, Top Buzz, yeah man, some original Kana store man and all this thing, old type GQ, Moose, myself, some original Kana store man in this thing, for real. And the very same names I called up, you can't ever say, boy. I said we've been doing this a great deal of times. Anything after that, anything after the names I just called, you met me. I didn't meet you. You met me. Because with them times there, the names I just called, we was all at it of the same era, same time. Bigging up things like Amnesia House, Mickey Linus and them man, them big up. Yeah, so MC Saxon Studio was the MCs of Saxon Studio. These guys were worldwide. I've just played one of their Philip Levi. He's one of the best, baddest ever, greatest lyrics in reggae music history, hands down. His tune as a UK artist, reggae artist, made it #1 in Jamaica. Yeah, and that is no easy feat. Yeah, you do a tune outside of Jamaica of the time in the 80s, and your team is lashing in Jamaica. Yo, you're up there with the Don them. You got Philip Levi, that tune, my God, my King, my God. What's this, son? Young people, especially young people who are claiming to be rappers and MCs, you need to go and listen to some real conscious stuff. When you hear the breathing, like when you hear these men rhyming, the breathing, the technique, like the breathing space. These are all the intricate things that some of you men don't think like. Yes, like in the Olympics, like in the 100 meter sprint. Yeah, like in the 100 meter sprint, man. Take time, man. Come up for air, man. But that's when you listen to some great MCs. It's not even the bars. It's when you look at the breathing pattern. Like, don't these guys come up for air? Just in sync. My God, like this is what make great rappers and great MCs. Back in the day, I'm kind of DJ, like the Super Cat, them and them and there. Yeah. Those guys are the foundation to all MCs across the world. Jamaica, hands down. No one can't question that. Don't respond about all you American rappers, all you American rappers, you need to pay homage to the man them a yard, and you owe them to money, a shitload of money, billions you owe them. There's artists that you owe billions to, because if it wasn't for them, Cool Herc, and them man them come to the shores of the United States, just like when the newfound country, the new land was found, that's how hip hop was found. Like they come from the shores of Jamaica and come to America. Yeah, and it's reggae music, one turntable, man, Cool Herc and them, and I bust the thing. Yeah, and then certain man start come on their thing, Grandmaster Flash, and all certain man them, and then certain man start to do their little rhymes and little things. And, yeah, come on now. So this is not even a joke. So MCs and rapping, as I said, for myself, and why I got into it, as I said, I had our very own homegrown persons to look to, not someone from a different country of the world. These guys was on my doorstep. I followed these guys when they played in sound systems around the country. They were tangible, they were there in front, you could touch them. These guys, Saxon Studio, if you want to call it, they were the original first boy band. If you really want to call it that, if you want to get down to it, them are the original first boy band. Saxon Studio, yeah. So if we're going to put it that, if we're going to go down that road, they are the first boy band. They are, but only on a sound system. Before any X Factor, before any stars in your eyes, and all the rest of that stuff. See what I'm saying? Make me a star and all the other stuff you see today. Those guys were already it.
Alright, to wrap it up, tell me what the difference between a rapper and an MC is.
Well, in my view, a rapper.
And give me an example.
You got rappers, and you got lyricists, innit?
Yeah.
You got.
Who's a rapper?
I'd say. Who's a rapper? I would say people like Eminem.
Eminem is a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who's an MC?
KRS-One.
Okay, the teacher.
All right.
Okay, go on, carry on now. Examples.
KRS-One.
That's the difference, yeah?
Yeah, because there's a term called raconteur.
Raconteur.
A raconteur, yeah. Those who do raconteur are the ones who I love to listen to the most. And I say love to listen to the most. Now, for some of you might say, what's raconteur? Raconteur is storytelling. One of the greatest storytellers, when we talk about MCs and rappers, Slick Rick. Slick Rick, that man straight raconteur. KRS-One, straight raconteur. Right? Rakim, raconteur. There's only few that could do raconteur. Tupac Shakur, raconteur. Great storytellers on music. Black Thought, raconteur. So if you wanted to categorize them, it's like Hall of Fame, and then you have a category of immortality. That's the category. You see that? You see that echelon of immortality? That's beyond, isn't it? There's nothing to go to that. There's only very few that fit into that immortality category for me. So, in terms of the distinction between rappers and MCs, MC could hold an audience, orchestrate. I've seen guys like KRS-One. I've seen these guys with my own eyes orchestrate. They are raconteuring on the stage, and then if they wanted to get into a rap, they can get into a rap. Eminem for me is a rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's the distinction for me. Cannabis and them man are rappers. But when it comes to
that Cannabis is a lyricist.
A lyricist is that, but I'm talking about storytelling, raconteur. A lyricist is a rapper. Rapper, you got lyrics in it. Eminem, street battler. You know what I'm saying? Certain man.
But everyone you mentioned is a lyricist.
Yeah, but they're lyricists.
That's how they label them.
Yeah, but who labels them that? Who labels them that?
Each each other.
Well, that's them. They can label, but you're asking me. So I'm just saying. My thing is like raconteur, and my category is those who are the fantastic, great storytellers that I had my imagination, and I put my before any videos, before any TikTok, and before any internet shit. You had to visualize what this. It's a story they're telling you, so you're putting yourself in the picture of the story. That is why I rate those guys. You know what I'm saying? Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? These guys who do wrecking tour, not these Gen Z talk about guns, gal, hoe, blood, sell out to the devil, and all the rest of it. Baphomet sign. I'm not down with none of you lot on that program, and I never have been. So that's for me. Wrecking tour. There's a rapper, Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg used to be the part of the wrecking tour time. He used to be them weird. He used to do some crazy storytelling. But I don't know what happened to Snoop. Still, but Snoop is still my dog, man. He's still my dog, Snoop. You'll always still be my dog. As I said, why do you do it? That's my purpose of doing it, and the fact of knowing that when I actually first did it, when I actually graced the stage, and that was at Crazy Club, and that was 1988. At Crazy Club, which is the former Club Astoria on Charing Cross Road. No longer there though. One of the greatest venues ever to perform in, for me in my lifetime anyway. One of the greatest venues, to think of all of the great artists that graced that stage. I was on that stage thinking, my God, I'm thinking of all the people that stood on the stage before me. And to be on the same stage as them? Damn. And this is Astoria. Man, that meant so much to me. I remember when I first did it, and I think Chalky White was in a spot about that, let's just say. And it was at Crazy Club, and I think it was DJ Justin Bertman, and I think Ray Keith was playing. And Top Buzz was there, Mikey B, Jason K. Matt.
This session took me all the way out.
Karma View Media. The view from the other side.